Charizard EX has an attack, Burning Darkness, which does 180 base damage but does 30 more damage for each prize card our opponent has taken. This means that towards the end of the game we can be swinging for 300 damage per turn, and with its Infernal Rain ability we can accelerate free energy from our deck into play to power up Charizard to attack. We can easily evolve into Charizard EX from Charmander by playing Rare Candy to evolve straight into it, and we play Pidgeot EX with the quick search ability, allowing us to search our deck for a card and put it into our hand, which helps us manipulate the game in our favour. We also play the new Dusclops and Dusknoir from Shrouded Fable, being able to spread damage counters around the board to take easy knockouts with Charizard, as our opponent will take a prize when we use Dusclops or Dusknoir so we can do more damage. We use Lumineon V to search our deck for supporters like Arven, which searches our deck for an item card like Rare Candy, and a tool card like Forest Seal Stone or Defiance Band, so we can easily do more damage and get into Charizard EX on our second turn to start attacking. Radiant Charizard allows us to take a late KO to win the game, as its Combustion Blast attack does 250 damage and the attack costs 1 colourless energy less for each prize card our opponent has taken, which fits in really well to our strategy. Manaphy protects our bench from any damage being done to it from the likes of Kyurem from Shrouded Fable, but you could argue you could put Jirachi in here instead, being able to prevent damage counters being placed on benched Pokemon with the likes of Dragapult EX and Regidrago V-Star, which are both very popular decks in the format at the moment, but the choice is ultimately yours. Onto the trainers now then, and our Pokemon search cards within the deck include Buddy Poffin, Nest Ball and Ultra Ball, all allowing us to set up our Charmanders and Pidgeys easily on our first turn. Our gust options in the deck to easily KO Pokemon include Prime Catcher A-Spec, Boss's Orders and Counter Catcher. For our draw supporters we also play Iono as well as Roxanne, as we will be behind on prize cards regularly, and disrupting our opponent will hopefully change the game in our favour. That's going to round off the deck overview. Make sure to like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts on this deck in the comments below. So let's go hop into some games on the ranked ladder on TCG Live. Okay, so we will be going first with this deck. We do get a mulligan, so we'll have to reshuffle our hand into the deck, so our opponent will draw an extra card. Wait for our opponent to set up, and let's hope we can get something good off his second hand. We do. We get Rotom and Pidgey in the hand. That's actually quite a good start for going second. So let's see what we can do here. We have the Forest Seal Stone in the hand, so we can attach to Rotom if we like. And it looks like we're playing a Charizard Dragapult EX deck. So this should be a good matchup. Looks like they're just setting up with another Charmander and attaching an energy to the Dragapult. And they just instant charge to end the turn. Okay. So, well, we do have Forest Seal Stone in the hand. We top deck the Charizard in the, so we will start Alchemy to search our deck for any card we like. I'm thinking that we could get a Buddy Poffin to search out our Pokemon, like 2 Charmanders maybe, and go get those on the bench, and we can also check the deck. We'll attach energy from hand, and we'll do the same as our opponent and instant charge to end the turn. That is a good start from us. Let's hope they don't get into Charizard EX, which they do, unfortunately. So they will be able to evolve and use Infernal Rain to get energy into play, probably powering up the Charizard itself and the Dreepy for the Dragapult attack Phantom Dive. It's taken a while here, so here we go, and basically they're gonna attach. They've got the retreat for the Rotom as well, so we will be saying goodbye to that Pidgey in the active, unfortunately. They get more energy into the hand thanks to Earthen Vessel as well. So yes, they do get the knockout here, unfortunately, but we have an Iono, and don't forget this prize card. This deck likes going down on prize cards in the game, so it can do more damage. So it's not much of a problem at the moment. They take their first prize, and it will be our turn. I'm thinking that we put the Charmander in the active, and we'll see what we get. We get top deck the Lost Vacuum. That's not very helpful. I'm thinking we could attach the Fire Energy from hand, and then just Iono. See what we can get off this. See if we can draw the nuts. We get a Charizard EX and a Rare Candy. That's going to sort us out. And we get the Charmeleon to evolve the one on the bench, which is insane. And we can attach energy to the Charmeleon on the bench thanks to Infernal Rain on the Charizard EX. That is the most insane Iono I think I've ever got in this game. Wow. So we'll attach those two energy to the Charmeleon on the bench. And I think we'll use the Buddy PAF in. And get a Duskull and maybe a Pidgey out. Yep, here we go. And we can use Buddy PAF in again, and I think we'll get another Duskull, just so we can have access to the Dusknoir and Dusclops in case we need them. We can also check the deck. I think we've got everything we need. So we will just take, or we will deal, 210 damage to the Charizard EX in the active, and they will only be doing 108. No, they will be doing 210 to us as well. But we will be able to knock them out at some point, aka next turn. They also get down a Mimikyu, which is a bit worrying, but we have the Dusknoir, which we have top decked, and I think we'll just return with a KO on this Charizard and take 2 prizes to go ahead on the prize trade. Take a couple prizes, a Prime Catcher and Charmander. That's a huge prize to take, so we can have that extra gust if we want to. They put Mimikyu in the active, and they Super Rod a couple things back into the deck. Perhaps they're relying on me not getting Rare Candy into the Dusknoir, and I think they're going less aggressive, and so they just instant charge and draw a couple cards into the hand. We don't get the Rare Candy off the top. That's unfortunate. So what do I do here? Can't do any damage with the Charizard because of the Safeguard ability, and I think my plan is just to instant charge as well, draw 3 cards into the hand and set ourselves up here. Here we go. What do we get off the top here? We get an Arven. That gives us access to Rare Candy, so we can Rare Candy into the Dusknoir next turn, so we can knock out that Mimikyu in the active if our hand does not get disrupted. They put Jamming Tower into play, so that's a good 3 cards to draw. We can also get a tool, so the Defiance Band. We can attach that to the Charmeleon on the bench as well. We get another Ultra Ball, but the plan is to go get just the Rare Candy as there's no tools left in the deck. So we will Rare Candy into the Dusknoir, and then use the Cursed Blast ability, I think, to put 13 damage counters on the Mimikyu in the active, so it is knocked out. So we do take a prize there, and depending on which one they put up, we can also take a prize with Burning Darkness, on Charizard, so that is good. And our Burning Darkness attack is doing more damage because our opponent took a prize for the Dusknoir Curse Blast as well. They send up a Dreepy, we unprize the Defiance Band that I was trying to look for in the deck earlier. That is very helpful. We'll Ultra Ball for probably a Charizard to evolve the Charmeleon on the bench. So that sounds like a plan to me. So here we go. I don't think there is a need to Infernal Rain necessarily, as we've got energy in play where we want it, so we will just pass on that. We can just attach the Defiance Band to the bench Charizard EX. And will I Prime Catcher? Yes, I think so. We can Prime Catcher up the Charmeleon so you can prevent them from evolving into Charizard for a couple more turns to accelerate energy and do damage with their own Burning Darkness. We take a 4th prize of the game, which is a Lumineon. That is absolutely huge, because now we can Lumineon for boss's orders to boss up that Rotom V on the bench and take our final 2 prizes. But will they Iono us? That is the question. So we'll see what happens here. They Arven, there's no Iono in sight, so they do get a Rare Candy. They will Rare Candy into the Dragapult. Will they get an energy attachment though to use their Phantom Dive attack? Let's hope. They probably will, right? They attach one from the hand, that's fine, they can now attack. They put a Charmander onto the bench, and I imagine they will Phantom Dive and probably knock out our Pidgey, right, on the bench, or the Duskull, whichever. They go for the Charizard on the bench, really? Really? I was not expecting that, folks. Anyway, we can just win with the Lumineon, but I'm going to drag it out actually, because we top deck the Rare Candy, and we can Ultra Ball away the Fire Energy and the Roxanne, and go and get, what's it called, Pidgeot EX and Rare Candy into it, so we can quick search for the boss's orders for game. I could have Lumineon for it. I'm not a sack, alright? It's not luck. I didn't top deck for luck, alright? I can just quick search, right, for hopefully the boss's orders in the deck. Yes, it is there. We got the boss for turn. We can then now go and boss up that Rotom V on the bench and do 240 damage and knock out that Rotom V for the final 2 prizes of the game and win the game. That's GG's. What a game that was. Ideally, you'd want to go second with this deck, so you can use your Arven supporter on the first turn to find that Rare Candy and Forest Sealstone to attach to Lumineon V or Rotom V. Also, don't stress if your opponent gets some early prizes, because that means you're able to do more damage and take one-hit knockouts with Charizard, and also Charizard has 330 HP, which is very difficult for most meta decks to knock out in one turn, so you can make an easy comeback. I think Charizard EX is a force to be reckoned with, and it's definitely a great deck for you beginners entering Pokémon TCG, as you can get it absolutely free when you log on to TCG Live for the first time. If you enjoyed this video on this popular Charizard EX deck, make sure to go check out this Regidrago V-Star deck, which is the best deck in the game right now, which is on your screen right now. Until next time, stay strategic everyone. See ya.